welcome to another edition of Canton Contact. I am your host, Peg Stevens. My first guests today are here to tell us about a very special event that's scheduled to take place at the Summit on the Park Aquatic Center and Fitness Center. Here with all of the exciting details is Summit Aquatic Specialist Brad Chason, along with Health and Wellness Specialist Jennifer Franz. Thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I understand that preparations are well underway for this very special event that's scheduled to take place this spring. What can you tell us about it?
So Conquer the Summit is our indoor triathlon that we host at the Summit on the Park. It's actually our third annual event for this particular event. And basically it is a triathlon that we kind of hone in with about an hour and a half. But it's to where you can participate in the swimming aspect, the biking aspect, and the running aspect.
Oh, so a little bit of everything in a triathlon. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, when is it scheduled to take place?
Sunday, March 18th. And the first event will kick off at about 7 a.m. We just ask the participants that are in that first heat get there about a half hour early so we can kind of just walk them through where everything will be.
Oh, great. And Jennifer, can you describe like the events, what folks can expect?
Of course. So they're going to start out with a 10-minute swim in the lap pool. So then they'll get a 10-minute break after that, and they'll go to our aerobic studio where they'll do a 30-minute cycle on all the cycles that we have, followed by another 10-minute break, and then they'll head on down to the fitness center for a 20-minute run.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So walk me through it. So if someone were to register and then they show up early, so they need to bring their own swimsuit and towel, et cetera, and get ready and go to their scheduled location, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Oh.
So they would all meet in the aquatic center in the pool.
Okay, excellent. And then the fees are very nominal, I understand.
Yes, yeah, the fees start out at, for members, it starts out at $38. For residents, it's $43, and then for non-residents, it's $48.
Wonderful. And what ages should take part in this?
Anyone that's 14 and up, we have had a 13-year-old participate, which we don't shy away from that. We want everybody to come in and participate. That's just a general rule that we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what sort of fitness enthusiast are you looking for to compete or to take part?
I would say this is for anyone that is looking to try to do a triathlon. So a beginner all the way up to advanced. We have people who are seasoned veterans that come every year. And it's kind of like a start to their triathlon season because it's happening in the spring, so it gets them ready for the summertime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then are you recognizing anyone who has the fastest speeds?
Yeah, we do a top award for male and female, and then we also award the top age group performers. So if you are in the 21 and under category, you would get a medal, and going into categories above that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how can folks register?
They can register at summitonthepark.org.
Excellent. And in terms of signing up, when should they, is there a cutoff date for registration? Or the sooner the better?
Yes, the sooner the better, just so then that way we can have a spot saved for you. We do have limited space because of the timing of the event, so we definitely encourage people to sign up sooner rather than later.
And how have you seen this event grow through the years, since this is your third one? How has it changed?
It's changed a little bit differently every single year. The first one that we ever hosted, it had 12 people. Last year we had 36.
Oh.
So it's dramatically grown over time, and it seems to get better and better, and we've gotten sponsorship, and everybody even gets a free t-shirt after the event.
There you go.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, where should folks go to register?
summitonthepark.org.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since we have you here and you both oversee some great centers at the Summit on the Park, Jennifer, why don't you tell us what we can look forward to in terms of health and wellness?
Of course. Well, actually, to complement the indoor tri, we have a list of registered group fitness classes that people can take, one of them specifically being a cycle and strength class. So our next session of classes begins February 18th, so they can also go to summitonthepark.org to register for the cardio cycle in class. We have Lifting Ladies, which is our women's only weightlifting class. TRX class, you're going to build a lot of that core strength that you would need to do anything aquatics, land-based, anything that you would want to do.
And these are great classes. I've heard great feedback, and the participants who sign up for them seem to really enjoy them.
Oh yeah, we've had great success with all of our new classes, and the ones that we've had around for a long time. People just keep on coming back. We have great instructors who are doing an amazing job.
Great. And if folks want more schedule information and fees and so forth, where can they go for more information?
Yep, so they can go to the health and wellness section on the Summit webpage, so summitonthepark.org. They can get a full list of classes, whether it's registered class or if it's a drop-in class with their membership.
Oh, okay, great. Now, in terms of folks who are maybe struggling with their New Year's resolutions and they're not honoring the fitness component,
Yes.
What do you recommend for them at this point in the year? What should they do?
They can just come right on into the Summit. We actually have 4 personal trainers now on staff, so they can meet with any one of them. Mornings, weekends, evenings, we are here to accommodate. So just come on in, meet with one of our professionals, and get started.
Excellent. And if they wanted to get more information about the personal trainers, what should they do?
They can either go online or come into the Summit. They can meet one-on-one with a trainer, get a consultation, just meet with them, kind of get a game plan going, and get started there.
So there's still hope.
There is always still hope. Yes,
Excellent.
it's never too late.
Good. Glad to hear it. And Brad, in terms of the aquatic center and your swim school, what can we look forward to? What's coming up?
Yeah, we have a new session, Winter 2, coming up starting February 25th. And basically that is for anyone that has a toddler at home, infants, all the way up to adults.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, so something for everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
We are almost out of time. We have about a minute left. So if one of you could just kind of recap the event and give a nice plug to get those people who might be on the fence about signing up for the 3rd annual Conquer the Summit Indoor Triathlon.
So basically it's Sunday, March 18th. The start time will be 7 a.m. for our first heat and so on after that. Basically, the fees will be $38 for members, $43 for residents, and $48 for non-residents. And it's for beginners all the way up to advanced.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you're hoping to get at least 37 participants this time around to beat last year's.
For sure, yeah.
And then should anyone feel intimidated who maybe hasn't tried to do, those 3 events back to back?
No. We've had numerous beginners come in and they've actually come back to the event the next year and improved their times. So it's almost like a goal-oriented event.
Excellent. So use it for personal growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And if folks want more information about all of the wonderful programs and events that we've discussed today, where should they go?
They should go to summitonthepark.org.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Jennifer and Brad, for stopping by and giving us the inside scoop about this wonderful indoor triathlon.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
We will be right back with more Canton Contacts.
Hey Canton, are you 55 or older? Are you looking to add more steps to your day? Then check out the Walking Club at Club 55 inside the Summit on the Park. You'll gain access to our indoor track with a monthly incentive program designed to keep you moving. Participants are able to walk during Summit hours without having to purchase a Summit membership. They only have to purchase an annual Striders membership for $5 for residents and $8 for non-residents, which will allow them to walk at a discounted price of $1 for residents and $3 for non-residents each time you visit. The program runs 7 days a week during normal Summit hours, so lace up your tennis shoes and let's walk to a healthy 2018.
Welcome back to Canton Contact. My next guest is here to tell us about a very special fundraiser that is set to take place at the Village Theater at Cherry Hill to benefit the Partnership for the Arts and Humanities. Here with all of the exciting details is the Partnership for Arts and Humanities Executive Director, Jill Engel. Jill, welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much, Peg.
I understand that preparations are in the works for your upcoming fundraiser.
Definitely.
What do you have planned for us this year?
We love doing a winter fundraiser because it's that time of the year that everyone likes to get out of the house. And so on Saturday, March 3rd, and we've kind of set that as a precedent now. It's always the first Saturday of March, so just so that people can mark their calendar. But we have a cover band, a Bob Seger cover band coming in. So they are called Live Bullet Detroit. And they actually just played in Sturgis, South Dakota this past summer for Biker Week. So they're a very popular Bob Seger cover group. And they call it a tribute to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. And we've never done anything like that before, so we're super excited.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
So if I understand correctly, they're going to be playing all of his hits.
Yes.
And really get the crowd on their
Yes.
feet.
And Bob Seger music is something that is, for so many ages, and he's just such a classic rock and roll singer. So it's really going to be an event for all different ages to be able to come and join in.
Oh, it totally sounds like it. Now, I know you don't just do the typical concert.
We don't.
You make it very special.
We do.
So what are you doing this time around?
We like to do a welcome reception before the concert, so to kind of bring people in and give them a chance to mingle and get a little bite to eat and something to drink. So we have 3 restaurants that are coming in for our welcome reception. And our committee for this event decided to do, instead of just any old appetizer sample, they decided to do chili samples. So we have Carl's Cabin, we have the Post Local Bistro, both of those restaurants are from Plymouth, and Leo's Coney Island from here in Canton, and all 3 of them are donating chili samples for the welcome reception that evening, so we're excited.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
It will be. It will be.
So when does the welcome reception take place?
Great question. 7 o'clock is the doors will open for the welcome reception, and then 8 o'clock is the concert, and the concert will be from 8 until 10.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Now, I know that these concerts are a big undertaking.
They are.
Do you have any sponsors?
We do. And we're really excited because we typically, for all of our events that we do, we have a presenting sponsor, a marketing sponsor, and a reception sponsor. But we actually have 2 presenting sponsors for this event. So we have MSA Delivery System, or MSA Delivery Service, and Jack Demmer Ford. They are both the organizations that are putting on, sponsoring the concert. And then we also have Community Financial Credit Union, and they are doing our marketing sponsorship. So we're grateful to all 3 of those. They are very involved in the community. All 3 of them are huge supporters of the Partnership for the Arts and Humanities, so we're grateful for them to participate.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about the band.
They are somewhat of a new band. They've been around for a couple of years. But what's really great about this is the lead singer, Kevin Evans, for Live Bullet Detroit. He's a veteran. And because part of our project that we're doing is for veterans, so that was another reason that they really wanted to get involved and that they were really excited about partnering with us to do this fundraiser. So they're fairly new. And the drummer actually, it's interestingly enough, he works with Ford Motor Company. And there's another tie for our project for the Village Arts Factory because we have a historic Henry Ford Village industry. So it's got those Ford ties. So the band really has some connections with the project that we're doing. So, but they just got signed by a record label, and they have a lot more upcoming events. And they are so excited because they've never played at the Village Theater. So it's going to be a great opportunity to hear some new music, see a new band. So great. It's a win-win for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. And for those folks at home who maybe have not seen anything at the Village Theater, can you describe that as a venue?
Oh, gosh. It's terrific. A lot of people say, gosh, you're doing a concert at the Village Theater. The Village Theater is a $13.5 million state-of-the-art performing center. So, 400 seats, every single seat in the house is just a great seat to be able to see the concert. They're able to do a backdrop. There's plenty of room for the band. And when we do our fundraisers at the theater, we always drop the orchestra pit to create a dance floor. And so we have anywhere from, 50 to 100 people that may get out on the dance floor, and it won't hold all 400, but it certainly holds the group that wants to get up and dance. So that's another opportunity during the concert. So it's a really terrific venue. The lights, the sound are amazing. And every time we have a band that comes out, they always want to come back again. So it's a great opportunity. And we'll have new patrons come out. And as soon as they come there for the very first time, they took a look at the schedule and they want to know what else is upcoming at the Village Theater so that they can come back and visit us in Canton.
Oh, wonderful.
Definitely.
Now, I know this is a fundraiser.
It is.
How will you be utilizing these funds?
Terrific. We've got a little bit left to finish in our Veterans Dormitory, which is part of the Village Arts Factory project altogether. So our Veterans Dormitory, we still have flooring. We have hardwood floors to refinish, and we've got some kitchen and bathroom fixtures. So the funding from this concert and event is going to go towards the couple of expenses that we have left in the Veterans Dormitory to finish that off. And just after the concert, we should be completely finished with that building. So it's really going to be exciting, and we hope that people will support that project.
Excellent. And when it's all done with construction, what will you be utilizing the space as?
That's a great question, Peg. So the Veterans Dormitory ties back to Henry Ford, and he actually had 18 to 22 disabled World War II veterans living in this building that we're renovating. And so Eisenhower Center from Ann Arbor, they're going to come out and they do a program called After the Impact. It's enrichment programs for all kinds of people that have had traumatic brain injuries, post-traumatic stress disorder. But because we're specializing in veterans, they decided this past October that they're actually going to use it for enrichment programs specifically for female veterans. So we are super excited. It's just a population that is really underserved, and so we're excited to be able to give back and to have them come in and help out female veterans that are local in the area.
Oh, what a wonderful endeavor.
Yes.
Now, Jill, we're almost out of time, so if
Okay.
you wouldn't mind telling the folks at home the ticket prices and where they can get tickets and just kind of
Excellent.
recap the event again.
No problem. So Saturday, March 3rd, welcome reception is at 7 o'clock, concert is at 8 o'clock. It's going to be at the Village Theater here in Cherry Hill in Canton Township. Tickets are $30 per person, and that includes the reception and the concert both. And the proceeds from that ticket are going to go to our Veterans Dormitory at the Village Arts Factory.
Oh, great. And if folks want to purchase tickets, they can do that online?
They can. And they actually, it's not general admission. They get to select their seats. So they can either call or go online to the Village Theater's website.
Which is cantonvillagetheater.org, I believe.
Yes, it is. And they can get their seats directly there or by calling, and they're available at any time.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fabulous event.
We're excited, as always.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
We will be right back with more Canton Contact.
Hey Canton, did you know that area businesses can receive enhanced advertising exposure and increase visibility at the Summit on the Park? Let our members come to you. Get creative with a special offer or discount to Summit members when they present their membership card at your business. In return, the Summit on the Park will advertise your business name and membership incentive. You can also set up an informational booth in the Summit lobby to promote your business and give it valuable exposure. For more information, visit summitonthepark.org or call 394-5498.
Welcome back to Canton Contact. My next guests are here to tell us about all of the exciting events and activities that are taking place at the Canton Historical Museum. Here with all of the information is Museum Director Jordan Taylor, along with Canton Historical Society Board President Elizabeth Dornick. Ladies, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I understand that you have a very interesting exhibit in the works. What are you working on and what can we look forward to seeing?
So we actually have coming this May an exhibit called Back to Blackboards Before Canton Center School Was a Museum. And it's actually a continuation from last year's exhibit. We're changing a few components of it, but it focuses on the history of the school. A lot of people don't realize that that little building right by the Township Administration building is actually open. Starting May 10th, we will have the exhibit on Tuesdays, Thursdays from 1 to 4, and then Saturdays from 10 to 3. We are free, open to the public. We accept any donations. And we're covering the history of the school, like I said. So anything from 1884, when the school opened as a one-room schoolhouse, up until its closing in 1962. And it was actually the last active one-room schoolhouse in Wayne County. So it does have a lot of history before it closed up. And last year we focused on a teacher called Marie Cox, that was her name. And she was one of the most popular teachers. She was popular through the 1940s to 50s at that schoolhouse. And I brought a note just to read some of the things that she did that we cover in the exhibit, just to get a range of all of the things that she was famous for. Her students all had a chance to join the boy-girl baseball team, be a part of Canton Center 4-H Club, visit the Henry Ford's Greenfield Village in Dearborn, learn square dancing in the classroom, put on Christmas programs, take an 8th grade field trip to Lansing before graduation, and she helped start the township's first girls' touch football team. And that was again in the 40s, 50s, which was a little bit of a different time for women's involvement in the township. So she was really important, and we were happy to focus on her last year. And this coming year, we're going to focus on a new teacher who will be unveiled when the exhibit opens. Again, that'll be on May 10th. So we hope that some people will come take a look at that and learn more about our township's educational history.
Absolutely. How fascinating. And can you tell us a little bit about the history of the schoolhouse?
Sure. So when it opened, again, 1884, the current building was built. We know that prior to that, there was a brick building that had wood components to it, and it did burn down, so it's no longer. So before 1884, there was a school on the property. But the current building was built in that year, and it was first through 8th grade, all the way up through the late 50s, at which point it just became kindergarten up until it closed in 1962, and the school district consolidated with the Plymouth Canton schools. But it was really, I think, an interesting time to be going to school because you had so many different subjects covered all in one room. Of course, the teachers were responsible for all different grades at once, and any memories that I've read about from diaries of the students that went to Canton Center School all talked about just the camaraderie between students, because first grade might be up at the front with the teacher being taught, and then 4th and 5th grade are helping each other learn some arithmetic before it's their turn. Students remembered their lunches really vividly, where you might bring a potato, and multiple students would bring potatoes to school, and the teacher would wrap them in foil and put them on the stove and warm them up for everybody. So it was really just a different way to go to school, and I think it's important to talk about that because we're not used to that in this day and age.
Absolutely. Now, what sort of items will be on display?
Sure. So we've got some memorabilia, such as I made a couple copies of things like this right here. We've got memorabilia from Miss Marie Cox that will be scattered across. This one in particular, she got a card from a student that says, "I'm crying because I love my teacher so," and it's a crying chicken. So just talking about how much these students really cared about their teachers. So we've got that around the building. We've got an old lunchbox from the 1800s, a slide rule, which was donated by one of our current board members, Dave Curtis, from when he was going to school in the 60s, and it's basically to help with arithmetic before everyone had calculators. And so there's a Bible that's in there from one of the teachers. We've got an old, a pencil case, I think that's in it too. So yes, kind of a different mix of school items.
Excellent. Now I understand that you host a lot of events throughout the year. What can we look forward to?
Yeah, so
you have Celebrating a Soldier, I think, is coming up.
Oh, yeah. So we've actually got on Memorial Day after and I'm not sure what time, we're still figuring out the details with that, but the township hosts a Memorial Day service. And directly after that, on Memorial Day, which I think is May 28th this year, we will be having at Cherry Hill Cemetery off of Ridge Road. If you're familiar with the Cherry Hill Village area behind Indigo Salon and Spa. There's actually a cemetery back there. And we've been out there the last 2 years around Memorial Day, and we have carnations to hand out to anyone who comes, and they can place it on the grave of a Civil War soldier. It is a free event. Usually our carnations are donated by Vanessa's Florist. It's right off of Plymouth Road, I think. So yeah, it's basically just an educational event to help pay service to the Civil War soldiers who lost their lives serving, that we don't, again, always think about. It's not present to us. So that's really what we're about, is trying to get people to remember what Canton used to be. So.
Oh, what a wonderful event.
Yeah,
Now, Elizabeth, you are board president.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Canton Historical Society?
Sure, the Canton Historical Society is composed of a volunteer group. We have 9 board members, but we're always looking for more people. It's not just for board positions, but also just people to help us volunteer in the organization. We have multiple projects ongoing at all times that always need a little extra help, and sometimes people are just interested in history and are really interested in researching and doing that sort of thing. But sometimes we just need bodies to move things around, and that's fine too. So if that's something that interests you, we'd love to hear from you. And you can contact us via our Facebook page or via the website, which has an email address and on there. Or you could stop in at any of the events or times that we're open to meet with us and just let us know you're interested, and we're absolutely happy to have you.
What a neat opportunity, and to learn more about the community and to volunteer your time. And I understand that you give tours out at the Bartlett Travis House.
We do give tours at the Bartlett Travis House, and those will resume this coming summer when the farmers market comes back into effect. So Sundays, the Bartlett Travis House will be open, as well as the barn down at the Bartlett Travis House, which is really where we have the core of our items on Sunday. But in addition to all that, on Sundays at the farmers market, we're also going to be having this year some extra things that we haven't had before. I'll call them educational exhibits or fun things to do. And what we're going to be doing is having opportunities for kids to make toys, historical toys, churn butter, play with typewriters, do things that they certainly wouldn't be doing today. It doesn't involve a phone, it doesn't involve a video system, so it's going to be a little different than your normal activities today. But I think it should be pretty fun, and I hope that we get a lot of kids to come out and enjoy that with us.
Absolutely. Oh, what a unique opportunity. Well, ladies, thank you so much for stopping by and giving us some more information about the Canton Historical Society and the museum.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on Canton Contact.